new Dragon Ball card game dead? Well, set 1 had its problems with Brawly and some matchmaking issues, and honestly getting literally no gems to buy packs.
Thank you, Bandai. Thank you, Bandai.
But with set 2, there's probably some good changes, right? Wait, what does the new Goku leader do? Shalom, I'm Noah Price, your Christian gamer. Normally, I'll take you guys through a journey, a experience of me playing through some kind of RPG and sharing that experience with you in the hopes that we both can grow. But today, we are talking about a deck builder, and not only just some random deck builder, but the Dragon Ball card game, Future World, Super card game, etc. thing that I covered actually a few months ago. I covered set 1 when it first came out on the client. I found it and I played it, and I liked it a lot. But there was some qualms I had with it. Simply put, I'm going to go through my experience so far. If you are wondering about set 2, is it worth it? Should you jump into this game? If you're still playing this game, is it still worth investing time or even money into this game? And some of my own experience and thoughts on it of like what I think will happen in the future of this game. That's what we're going to be sharing today. There's no better place to start than what's new with set 2. We're not going to go through every single card. That would take forever, and there's other videos, other content creators that have already done that. What we're going to talk about though is the mainstay is the 4 new leaders. Set 2 did come out with 4 leaders, 1 for each color. While some people kind of wish they didn't have done that, I'm not that like really crazy with a new card game release. This is my first time, so I'm kind of just here for the ride, to be honest. But the 4 leaders they did put up, you know what, I'm being optimistic. I'm not going to be like, why didn't they pick Bardock? So what did they actually put out? They put out Fusamasu in blue, which, well, I guess that makes sense. You know, Goku Black and then Fusamasu, it's kind of like a step up. This is going to be kind of a theme of this set too. We have a yellow Vegeta, which is kind of feeling out of nowhere, but it's a Vegeta blue, which we already had a Goku that could go Super Saiyan blue already, so it kind of works in that kind of way. You know, we have the Goku version and then we have the Vegeta version. We have Cell, which again pairs up well with Gohan, which we had in set 1. And then lastly, we had the Tournament of Power Goku, or basically Super Saiyan God Goku. Each of these leaders are very fun. I like the variety in these cards. This theme of set 2 is very much, while it does have a lot of its own themes and ideas that it tries, a lot of the cards that we see here actually support set 1 in a way that I'm actually really glad about. They had a great card that came out for the Android leader, which helped so much and made me actually like playing that deck a lot more, which that is something that is very nice. I've really greatly appreciated the set 2 release in the sense of the reworking. I think it has helped out the ultimate package of what the game has for the early days, so I'm all for it. But there's one downside. There is a black sheep amongst the leaders that we have, and that is Tournament of Power Goku. Right now, Tournament of Power Goku is too strong. He is ridiculous right now, and right now we're in a meta that is called a tier 0 meta. So that means really what you gotta do is just play top Ku. That is kind of the shorting term, Tournament of Power, top Ku, Goku. You're following along? Okay, good. You are in a meta where you really should be playing top Ku. There's nothing else that quite reaches up to top Ku's level, so if you're not playing top Ku, good luck. It's not gonna be great. There are some decks that do kind of help with like counteract top Ku, but again, it's still a meta that is just, you really should just playing top Ku. If you remember from set 1, we kind of have this similar problem with Brawly. Brawly was everywhere and was a issue and was a problem. Imagine that, but worse. Top Ku is just better than that. The downside of this is that, one, the actual leader actually really fun to play. The mechanic that it actually plays with the cheating out cards is really fun. It's just broken, and so it just feels, even me playing it, I felt bad playing it against other people because it's just like, oh, it's just not fair if you're up against someone who's not ready for it. And it doesn't feel good. The other side of it is, even though there's a lot of creativity with some of the other leaders and the decks that you can build, it just kind of stomps down the creativity of playing those decks if you want to play rank, which is fine. I can hear the argument that like, if you're going into rank, you're going to rank to win and go like optimize to rise the rank. So it's like, if you want to play around with fun decks, play in unrank. And you know what? That's a fair argument. It's just, I'd prefer to just play ranked, to be honest. So let's move on to some more positives of what else is new. So there is a level up progression now in the game. Technically, there was a level up progression before, but it was kind of janked and it didn't really do much. I mean, you got some like cards which they've kept here with like promotional cards that you get per season. It looks like they're basically doing a structure of a battle pass, but it's a free battle pass tier. It does say that it will be rotating every season with new rewards. That's very exciting because it actually has gems, it has cards, and it has wild cards for crafting, which is really good for new players. I mean, it's good in general just for like a increase in card acquisition, because again, that was probably one of the biggest problems with set 1 is the way to grab cards was only through packs, and it was just really rough for somebody who didn't want to be spending money, because guess what, the game wasn't giving you a lot of gems to play for free. And so this is a step in the right direction. There are some downsides to it. It's not a lot of rewards, to be honest. I think a lot of it could have been chopped up of some of the in-between levels. I think you could be given more gems. Honestly, a lot of people have critiqued that the final level that you get is a SR, not even a secret rare. It sucks to not be able to craft a secret rare as a new player through this method, but at the same time, I can also see them wanting to keep secret rares as like, no, they're set apart. In general, still, the level ups should be giving more rewards, but it is a step in the right direction, and that is important to know. Similar to this with like giving us ways for players to actually get more benefits and more gems, they have been giving more login bonuses. Now, I'm not sure. I did not actually jump onto set 1 right when it released online. So there's a chance that I might have missed this when I was first playing, and when I did eventually jump into set 1, I jumped in a bit of a week or two late after it had already released, and it could have been gone by now. So I'm just prefacing, I didn't do my homework, so I don't know. But what I have noticed through playing set 2 is that they've done an additional bonus login bonus as a like, hey, guess what? Set 2's here. A extra push for players to join in. The rewards they give are pretty great. Before, the normal login bonus is you just get 10 gems. So it's not really great for logging in. A lot of these login bonuses, like games that do this, have like a progression where it increases. Literally, this game is just 10 all the way. It really sucks. I think it's dumb. With this little bonus, they actually have it where it does increase in gems and gives you packs, which is awesome. I love this so much. I think it's so great, and it does make me want to actually jump in and log back in to play the game. It does incentivize me to do that. If you want to jump in as a new player with set 2, it's going to be kind of rough for you. Honestly, if you want to play rank, it's going to be really rough because top coup is kind of the meta. And even within the top coup build, there is some set 1 cards that are still being played, like the Roshi Awakening. And so you're kind of in a rough spot. It's like, okay, do I pull for set 2 or do I pull for set 1? And you're trying to get both of these cards, and the card activation is still not amazing. Hopefully in the future, if they give more of these rewards freely, I think that's going to help a lot for actually helping new players to jump in and stay playing the game. So yeah, the game does still have problems. Honestly, again, that's the biggest one, is like the way to gain cards is one of its biggest problems right now. In set 1, one of the problems was matchmaking. Someone who is a new player could be facing up someone who has like the highest rank. That was a possibility. I have not been running into like these depravity of ranks, and so that's a positive. They fixed that. That's great. Card acquisition is still a problem, slash getting gems so that you could play a free player, being able to like get new cards, but just building cards, building a deck is the crafting system. The crafting system still sucks. You're still relying on just pulling cards, waiting till you have 4 of the same set of the same kind of card, no alternate cards, and that's an issue right now. So that's gonna be a problem for a lot of players, even people who have a big collection. That's just a problem. So that's still a problem that the game needs to fix or figure something out. But again, to back away from just being negative, I'm having a blast. There's a lot I'm loving with this game. Set 2 has truly been exciting. That is kind of like the one side that's like so sad about top 2 being like top tier and being like zero meta, is because there's a lot of flexibility with a lot of these cards, and that's where I've been having a lot of fun. I have not like really rose the ranks much with like the 20 hours I've played of this game, and that is because I keep playing different kind of decks, because there's a lot of decks you can play around with. I like the strategies, and a lot of them, like, even though if they're a leader that's like kind of struggling a little bit, like Vegeta, the new Vegeta, the yellow Vegeta is struggling a bit, but it's a really good leader. It just needs more card supports in that yellow like color archetype. And it's gonna be exciting when we get more card pool with future sets. So if you had to ask me if you should play this game, I would say yes. I still recommend this game. People who want to pay to play the game and people who want to play free to play. I do recommend this game still. If you are going to play this game though, here are some tips. Don't play free to play. That is probably my biggest tip. You can, I mean, with the level up progression, that does help a bit more with leaning towards it. But here's the thing, honestly, you can play to free to play. You can. It's just, it's going to be a bit of a miserable time, especially in this meta where top 2 is the reigning champ. You have less flexibility than you had before of just playing wherever you want. But here's the thing, if you are going to play free to play, I suggest if you want to play free to play, you could always try the game free. Try it out, play it for a bit, see how you think about it. And definitely I recommend playing unranked. Don't play ranked, you don't need to. Just play like free to play. You're more likely to run into a variety of decks in that way, so that should be fun. And just get a feel for the game and see what you think. Second suggestion is the same suggestion I had for set 1, and that you shouldn't look at this game as free to play. You should look at it as a game that you do pay money for. Now, how much money you spend is up to you. You can literally say, hey, I'm gonna consider this a $20 game right now, and we'll see if I want to invest more later. That is a way to do it. You could spend more or less, depending on your budget, of course, and that can change. That's fine. It's a card game. Like, part of the card game is buying cards. That's just part of it, to be honest. There is another tip. There's a way to help us people who don't have a lot of money and don't want to be spending too much on the game. That is buying codes online. Buying gems through the client is not the best way to actually buy cards. Don't do it. It's not really cost efficient. It's kind of rough. What you should do is look online for codes and try to see if you could buy them. Now, there's a lot of sketchy places, so beware. That is the hard part, is actually finding good codes. The place I've just gone to at this point is just Comfort, because I don't really know any other places, is TCG Player. Make sure watch out. A lot of them are like, hey, they have like the, what's called, their shipping fee. Make sure the shipping fee says shipping fee is this cost unless you get 5 or more packs. Just get more than just 1 pack and do it that way, so that you don't have that shipping fee. Some people just, I don't know, maybe when they're setting up the shop they messed it up, because otherwise you don't want to do it. Otherwise you're paying way more than you need to, and then that defeats the point of buying the codes. Another thing to note is if you're buying codes, buy in sets of 10. If you do pull packs in the sets of 10, you are guaranteed to get an SR, and that's very crucial. So you might as well just save up, do it that way. You can guarantee some SRs, and that's going to help your collection a lot more. Last note to mention, if you're doing codes, I mean, I mentioned this because I didn't know. This is my first time going from set 1 into set 2 that I've really interacted with buying codes online. I played Magic. I played Magic Gathering. I play physical. So I've never really done mostly online buying codes. So this is my real first time really getting a better experience with it. So let me share it with you so that you also are aware of it. And the biggest one is just have grace. These are other people that you're buying from, so they're either people who are just doing this as a side gig. They're either a store shop, so sometimes their hours could be different. So it's going to take some time for them to actually get the codes to you sometimes. Also note that a lot of times, sometimes the codes you get put in, you can just take it, copy and paste, put it in the game, and then if it's invalid, which does happen, again, human error, it happens, have grace, just let them know and they'll fix it. Does it take time? Yes, but that's okay. Be patient, wait until you get all your codes, then do the 10 pull and have a good time. All right, again, I'm super pumped. I'm enjoying this game a lot. I'm really gonna fight to get to God rank, the highest rank this season. Even though I'm gonna try not to really play top queue, I'll probably play some top queue, obviously, probably, but I really want to reach up to that high rank. I mean, it was a little bit rough last time with the weird matchmaking, and then when the matchmaking like fixed, like I wasn't in the high rank like some people were because I didn't spend the time to do it. And then at the end of the season, they do their like gambling system to where you can bet how many points, and I lost it all like a fool. Thank you so much to all the Patreons who support me with doing this content and even doing future content. It means a lot to me. It allows me to do videos like this that might be a little bit more obscure, that are a little bit more passion project. It also lets me actually like do this while in the meantime of actually doing bigger videos, which I'm excited for. Look forward to Elden Ring is what I'm saying, everybody. So thank you for the Patreon user. If you want to support me, thank you. I mean, the link is on the channel Patreon. Just go there. There's $1. That's all you would have to do, and it'd be greatly appreciated. All right, that's it. Enough shelling. I'm Noah Price. Jesus loves you. I love you guys. All right. Shalom.
GG's. What a long match. A long but very fun and interesting match. Hey, I had a good time. We did not awaken at all. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's go. Alright. Get the piece of music back in. We won. We saved the day. Earth was saved.